was able to come up with it, and as Targi Lamson gets set to take the field, he is on the precipice of history. Needs 71 yards to break Zed Robinson's all-time single-season rush. It's been simply remarkable. Has not been under 135 yards in a game since being held to 44 yards on just 6 carries in the season offense. And they're going to the air on first down. They wanted to take a shot. Receiver fell down. Jackson Berry escapes out the side door and scampers close to a first down. Boy, there was contact up top on Shane Carr, who was working on Scooter Jackson. No flag came, but that's where Jackson Berry wanted to go with the football.
Yeah, and this is where you see the growth as well from Berry over the season, where you see Shane Carr fall down on his route, and instead of forcing the ball somewhere else, Utah's going to have to be able to throw the ball to open up the rushing lanes for Targi Lamson.
We go right back to number 4. This time he's got more of a crease, and that's the Targi Lamson that we've become accustomed to seeing this year across the 40, and the Thunderbirds with their first down of the afternoon.
Targi Lamson's so patient with the ball in the backfield, waits until
first down. He's going straight to the air. Pressure comes, and he again has to use his legs, but picks up positive yardage. And Berry, who, when battling with Bronson Barron before the season, was known as a little bit more of a runner, hasn't used his legs a ton for the Southern Utah offense.
No, hasn't run the ball a ton in design quarterback runs, but willing to use his legs, as you see.
Is on the season. Alaila Faliola goes out of the backfield. They give it to Whistler, and he's got a lane. First down for Braden Whistler, and the one-time Utah Ute moves the sticks.
Rushing lane Southern Utah's had so far on offense here. It comes for Braden Whistler.
Kyle Safarchik had a great block there, and Berry going to the air, gets a block from the running back, long throw, and Shane Carr able to haul it in and squeak free. A tightrope down the sideline. Shane Carr down to the 1-yard line. First and goal for Southern Utah. Pickup of 41 yards.
And that was a great throw, but Braden Whistler picks up a great block on a trailblazer blitzing in untouched, giving Berry enough time to hit Carr on the outside. And Carr tightropes all the way down to the
to give it a stoppage. Lamson has 21 rushing touchdowns on the year. Hunting number 22, and he has got it. Southern Utah with a response.
Once again, just stays in the backfield, finds a crease coming backside, and just cuts it up, diving forward to get into the end zone. That's what makes him so hard to bring down in the backfield. He's always leaning forward and always finds a way to fall forward as he does into the end zone for touchdown 22.
Jaden Rogers, the reigning UAC Specialist of the Week, is on for the extra point, as Lamson is now 2 touchdowns away from the all-time SU single-season record and 58 yards. Low snap, saved by the holder Elias Vigil, and Rogers able to boot it through, and Southern Utah has got it back to a ref. In motion. Graff to the air, throws over the middle, incomplete. Parker was there, and Pleasant Johnson almost had a chance at an interception, and the punting unit comes on for the first time for Lance Anderson.
And Graff this time, I think, feels the pressure from Southern Utah's defense up the middle, just puts a little too much.
The roster in his vision, there are a lot of players that will be trailblazers and good ones for the next couple of seasons. Berry to the air, Downing's got the catch. He twirls around, accelerates, and it looks like he's got a first down. Downing, who had his longest catch of the year for a touchdown against Central Arkansas last week, someone who Delane Fitzgerald likes on the perimeter.
Yeah, Downing does a good job catching the ball on the curl and then turning back to the side.
Passing in this game to start for 57 yards. Nunez, the motion man, pop pass. That's an easy completion for the Stats as Nunez looks for room. Utah Tech had him strung out for a moment, and he squeaks free just shy of midfield for a first.
Nunez able to keep on his feet here. It looked like Utah Tech had that thing sniffed all the way out. He's going to force Nunez down into the backfield, and he squirts free, picking up the first.
Receiving core that Battled injuries at the start of the year, but have really settled in as the year has gone on. Here goes Lampson up the middle. He was one tackle away. Brevin Hamlin might have saved a touchdown.
Comes behind the big offense.
And up to 30 yards rushing on the game. 41 from history. They have given it to him a lot in these short yardage situations. He's got it again, and he has got the first down. And that's the sort of push this Southern Utah offensive line has been accustomed to.
And that's what they needed here on 3rd and short, just to allow Lampson to fall forward.
Southern Utah 8-yard line is all the way down to the Trailblazer 40s. There you see a touchdown carry here for Targy Lampson would be a record-setting run. He wants to go down the field, deep post, Carr is open, hauls it in, breadbasket touchdown, and Shane Carr finds pay dirt for the 6th time this year. We're an extra point away from a tie.
Makes a nice move at the top of the route to get past the corner. And
did not have a chance on the wiggle, and Rogers on for the extra point. What a response from this Southern Utah team, who, as you said, Dallin, in some ways, maybe not in a way Delane Fitzgerald enjoys, they have to feel pretty comfortable down multiple scores at home or on the road. It's
they haven't wanted to get accustomed to, but they have, and they've shown the resilience to come back. They'll still trail after the missed extra point.
Shane Carr with a 40-yard touchdown. We are deadlocked at 14. The kick Graf on 3rd down and 5. Looks to the air. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted. Peyton Payne. A black blur to the quarterback, and the Trailblazers will have to punt. On a penalty flag. I don't know if this is grounding or roughing the passer.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Number 5. Spot foul. Loss of down, 4th down.
At times, just not all the time. Day gets this one away, end over end. Nunez got a lot of room for a return at his own 25. Looks for a seam. Nunez up the middle, a corkscrew across the 40. And Gabe Nunez returns it out. And that's where the Southern Utah offense will take over with
timeout on the field.
6:50 to go in the first half. Thunderbirds trail by a single solitary point, looking to retake the lead, or take the lead for the first time. Today, they empty it out. They don't do this very often, as Lampson's all the way wide to the left. Barry, quick throw. Nunez, first down. Through the car wash to the 40-yard line, and Gabe Nunez moves the sticks, and the man who Delane Fitzgerald calls Steady Eddie delivers.
Once again, Nunez down into open field inside the 30 now.
Lampson hitting the backfield, bounces to the outside. Targy Lampson accelerates inside the 10, and he's forced out of bounds. First down at the 8-yard line. Lampson picks up 22 yards, and he is on the doorstep of history.
Now, from that
91. Lampson needs 2 yards. On the handoff, Targy Lampson runs his way into the record books.
On another power play, and just lowering his shoulder to get it down to the goal line.
He lowers his shoulder again. He's got his second touchdown of the day, and Southern Utah leads for the first time as the Thunderbirds get their momentum rolling.
Lampson just lowers his shoulder and runs through the Trailblazers defense to give Southern Utah their first lead.
Yeah, the single season touchdowns record with Matt Cannon in 9 with 23, and still an entire half of football to play. And what's been a pretty quick first 30 minutes of action as just 2:42 left drives. You have to imagine that number 4 might be getting touchdown to Carr, looking for the pylon, and he coasts in for two. Same play they used against UTEP for their first FBS win since 2013, all the way back on September 7th. They pull it out again, and a beautiful play call there by the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and it was that you see set
Game to be played.
and it's just been a terrific breakout season for Target.
That Southern Utah took their first time out, or at least attempting to. But boy, I'm surprised Southern Utah accepted the penalty. Trailblazers offense, and we'll see where they look here on 3rd down and 10. Pressure up the middle, in his face, gets it away, incomplete. Took a shot, no flag, as Trent Whalen avoids the roughing the passer penalty. And Southern Utah is going to get this ball back on the other side of the 2-minute timeout, or on this side rather of the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, and it was Whalen that gets the hit. It was Ryland Suafila with the spin move.
Lamson with the carry up the middle, and Targhee Lamson close to a first down, but once again Dowling was close to breaking through, and he feels like
That's the 2-minute timeout.
to get a long one, but Utah Tech has put the clamps on him enough. 3rd and 1 upcoming. Vigil runs out, keeps it under the wind, and boy, this is masterfully done by Elias Vigil. Down inside the 10, a 39-yard punt. No, he follows straight up the middle. He lost the football. It's on the ground. Can Southern Utah get it right back? They think they have. Yet from the official, Southern Utah has
The
it.
ruling on the field is a fumble recovered defense. First down, Southern Utah.
And the ball clearly out there. The Thunderbirds able to fall on it. And that's what you want out of a defense going in a sudden change.
6 on 3rd down in the first half. They have been one of the best in the country this season at 48%. Berry to throw. Downing, first down and more. Devin Downing wiggles free. 1 tackle away, and he's out to the 40-yard line. The touchdown saved that time by Gabriel Valenzuela.
And Downing, once again, the timing with the comeback with the quarterback, Jackson Berry. Big thing in rivalry games as emotions get high the further the game goes along.
This 3rd quarter, Berry pulls it out. Jackson Berry with a lane, flashes the speed, foot race inside the 20. He's caught it in his first down and goal. Jaden Sheridan got him from behind.
And what a pull from Jackson Berry. The entire Utah Tech defense goes with Targhee Lamson, so Berry pulls it and shows off the wheels to get it 1st and goal at the 6.
A 50-yard run by Southern Utah, an extra offensive lineman at the end of the formation. Berry pulls it out, throws, low catch. Chase Merrill stumbles his way in for a touchdown, and the Thunderbirds stretch the lead.
From Berry to pull it, and Merrill with a great catch down at his feet, and then able to stay on his feet to get into the end zone. Southern Utah up 13. Utah defense calms things down for the offense.
4th touchdown of the year for Merrill, who caught one last week as well. He and Josh Accord have really become weapons in the passing game for this Southern Utah offense. Point sneaks inside the upright, good. 28 unanswered for the Thunderbirds. Looking to make the playoffs. They're on quite. Whistler, the running back, who is next to Jackson Berry in the shotgun on 1st down and 10. They run the option. Berry keeps it and just continues to torch this Utah Tech defense on the ground.
This speed option fakes the pitch to Whistler, and that forces a tough spot there for the defensive end.
He gets the carry, he's got a lane, bounces, he cuts and slices through the Utah Tech secondary. and they're into Trailblazer territory.
Going to the outside on the run can be a real good 1-2 punch with Southern Utah. The power of Tarky
1,000-yard season. The country, FBS or FCS, who has run for more yards than Tarky Lamson this year at the moment, but the answer to that question is Ashton Genty.
Yeah, not bad company to be with. A Heisman hopeful at Boise State, but Jackson Berry feeling it on the ground right now.
Working with for the last several years. Lee, we're going to miss you and wish you all the best in retirement, my friend. Behind the scenes, you hear myself and Dallin all the time, but we do not do this on our own. As Tarky Lamson scurries forward for a first down. Speaking of people who don't do it by himself.
Yeah, and it was the offensive line again. The nice kick out there from Kyle Safarchik coming from his guard spot across for the kick.
Force without an immovable object on the other side of it since trailing 14-0. Lamson runs to the outside, sheds a couple of tackles. Tarky Lamson still on his feet, rumbling through Trailblazers inside the 20-yard line. He gains 20.
It stopped at the line of scrimmage, just breaks through 3 different arm tackles and picking up a first down. Tarky Lamson, one of those backs you can't bring down.
Looking for a 5th. Down to the 9-yard line, a gain of 5 makes this 3rd and 5. You wonder with how the Southern Utah defense has been playing with a 2-touchdown lead already, if this wouldn't be 4-down territory if they're not able to convert. All 3 of his field goals, missed a PAT earlier. This is a 20 attempt, just barely off center. Gavin Lipkin the snap, Elias Vigil the hold. Clean operation, kick is up, and it is good. A 17-point edge for Southern Utah on Rogers' 7th field goal of the year. A kicking game that has had its ups and downs. See what they Graf can run. He throws it in the flat street, hitting the backfield and dropped. Comes soaring downhill and makes the hit. Not exactly a perfect form tackle, but enough to get straight down, and the loss makes this 3rd and different. Back deep, Vigil keeps it low, end over end. Boy, is that incredibly well done. It takes a Thunderbird bounce going inside the 20-yard line down to the 17. A hard punt into a 25-mile-an-hour wind.
Timeout on the field.
And Wayland does a great job recognizing the screen and then waiting for contact with the
Defense has stiffened. Berry with a play action rolls into the flat. His legs have been a weapon in the second half, and he continues carrying the load with 8 more yards. And boy, Jackson Berry running the football just continues to be a presence.
PO, and this time again, no one opened down the field to pass, just tucking it and run. Though something to keep an eye on, Ed Riley, the center for Southern Utah, his helmet came off, so he has to come out for
An injury earlier this season is in there at the center spot for Southern Utah. They just hand it to Jackson, or rather to Tarky Lamson. I'm so used to Jackson Berry running the ball. And Southern Utah able to move the sticks. A good start to this drive for the Thunderbirds.
And just what Southern Utah wanted to do here on the first 2 plays, running the ball, the first one with Berry, and then
as they can on this drive. For Elaine, Safarchik and Riley just pushing him forward. Look at the pile surge out to the 42-yard line. A hard-earned 5 yards, but feels like there is no limit to the number of physical carries that you can give to Tarky Lamson.
no, and hard-earned carries.
Lamson breaks free into the secondary. Tarky Lamson slung down at the 35-yard line, a pickup of 23.
Talking about hard-earned runs, finally paying off as Tarky Lamson breaks through and doesn't get touched until the 3rd level of the Trailblazers defense. Getting tackled after 23. No, not unfamiliar playing in Cedar City, as Cedar High, one of the region rivals of the Flyers.
Pressure comes. Peyton Payne blows him up. Graf goes down. Rylan Suafilo finished him off, and it was an ambush.
And Payne gets right past the offensive lineman for Utah Tech and just almost untouched straight to the quarterback.
Pleasant Johnson thought he had his 4th pick of the year, and Shamar Garrett would have waltzed into the end zone.
And you can see both of them there.
3rd down and 18 as Eccles Coliseum comes to life. 4-man rush. Overthrown, incomplete. The Trailblazers will have to punt. Into the wind. Into the lead. Rogers on the way, bending back. He sneaks it through. 3-point Southern Utah lead. That didn't look good until the very last moment.
Now for Southern Utah
To extend the ball game.
and it was Baron Taylor again in coverage. Or excuse me, no, that was
Raymond
Crump. Plays it perfectly, gets the deflection.
To score a touchdown last time they were in the red zone. Garrett all the way wide to the right. Graf, the quick throw, got a completion and a big hit in midair. Baron Taylor lays the lumber on Jay McEwen, and it's 2nd and goal.
And McEwen trying to go up and over Taylor here, but Taylor does a good job elevating with the low point of McEwen as he goes into the
Play here on 2nd down and goal. Around the edge, and he's brought down by Taylor short of the goal line, but he is down to the 2, and 3rd and goal upcoming.
lowering his shoulder here, and he keeps it on the read option and just fights his way down to the 2.
Conversion attempt. 3rd down and goal. Graf pulls it back, throws far side, incomplete. He alligator-armed McEwen, who was open for 6.
And that's 2 times now we've seen Graf miss the throw to McEwen on the fake quarterback power going back.
No timeouts. 4th down and goal in the battle for the Axe. Graf runs, throws it in the air, tipped around, incomplete. No flags. Southern Utah has held.
And Southern Utah was ready for the jump pass.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. 1st down, Southern Utah.
A lot of contact on that play, but in the eyes of the officials, overtime. 2nd down and 11. Far side, and it's caught by Nunez. He's tornadoed down to the 19, a pickup of 7. Dangerous throw by Jackson Berry, but accurate. And Nunez, for the moment at least, makes it a closer field goal try, and it sets up 3rd down.
And who else would Berry go to?
The 36-yard field goal for Jaden Rogers. He hit from 37 in the 1st overtime to win the battle for the Axe. On the way, knuckling through, and it doesn't matter how it looks, it is good, and Southern Utah wins. A knuckleball victory for the Thunderbirds.
That's the end of the game.
They keep their playoff chances alive. They make it 5 of 6 against Utah Tech, and a dynamite duel comes to a close with a game-winning field goal by Jaden Rogers.
And how else would a rivalry end than going to double overtime and a field goal for the win? Jaden Rogers, tough as nails there in the clutch for Southern Utah. When they needed special teams to come through the most, they did, even if it was trying hard in the 1st half.
What a ball game in Southern Utah, whose special teams have caused so many issues this year, come through when they need it the most. And they stay unbeaten against Utah Tech here at Eccles Coliseum. Somewhere down there, Kendall McGuire is going to try to track down Delane Fitzgerald. But a record-breaking day for Targhee Lamson, the 7th win of the year. And for the first time in 7 seasons, Southern Utah has compiled back-to-back winning campaigns. And now they'll wait and watch to see what their playoff fate will be. Now, and this was just everything their rivalry game should be, start to finish, an incredible football game.
Yeah, everything and anything. It started with it looking like Utah Tech was going to find a way to pull away with a big blowout win in the first quarter. Then Southern Utah storms back 31 unanswered points, and it looked like they were going to blow away before Southern Utah gets it back, or Utah Tech rather forces the overtime, but it was Southern Utah that prevails.
Kendall McGuire is standing by on the field with Southern Utah head coach Delane Fitzgerald.
Coach, your team played with a lot of heart and grit today.
Y'all get behind me. Y'all get behind me.
How important was that heart in earning a win?
I keep telling myself this fall that an ugly win's better than a pretty loss, and now I got to tell myself that all off season. A lot of grit by the young men that were left standing at the end of the season. I'm proud of these young men. Proud that we were able to send our 12 seniors out with a win.
Absolutely. And Targhee has the rushing record now and is tied for the touchdown record. What did he bring to the team this year?
Yeah, a lot of professionalism, lot of class, a lot of heart, a lot of work ethic. Nobody this past spring and summer, no one outworked him. He really earned everything that he got. Proud of the young man. I'm proud now that he represents our record.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Kendall.
Nothing but the birds on Delane Fitzgerald's shirt, and they're the winners here tonight. The 2024 season comes to a close for Utah Tech at 1-11. But boy, what an effort to carry into the offseason, and what a ball game we had. We'll keep wrapping it up and check in around the UAC. More coming your way next on ESPN+. And today, for Dallin Richards, my color man, and our entire fantastic production crew, another shout out to Lee Byers, who has worked his final Southern Utah sporting event here with us this afternoon. Lee, we appreciate all the work that you have put in over the last 3 decades here in Cedar City. And Luke, our onstage director, with his final game at Thunder Vision as well. To everybody back there, we appreciate you, and everybody else does as well. Southern Utah wins it 37-34. This has been a production of ESPN. All games streaming live or archived in the ESPN app. A double overtime heart racer ends with a Thunderbird victory. And wherever that may be, until then, hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.